streets, they never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone, they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from where niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that, loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign, they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Yeah, the Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, Tower music, nigga. Go.
Salute to everybody that's in the building. Pardon me, y'all. I didn't know I wasn't on stage. Salute to everybody that's in the building. You already know it is, Mr. Another Day Alive, Another Day Free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me, you dig? The day is almost over. It's that holiday we talking about. The day is almost over. I don't celebrate Christmas. You know, shout out to everybody that does. You know, I think it's for really the kids. I think it's for the kids, for the babies. And if you know what I'm saying? If you can make them babies smile, everything else will turn out wow. You dig what I'm saying? But before we get into this, is that my nigga? Is this the illest nigga from Nebraska? It's you, Bowdy, fool. I ride Dolo from state to state. We got Barlow up in the building. He'll appreciate this song right here. If y'all can, do me a favor. I want y'all to do me a favor because it is the holidays. You dig what I'm saying? It is the holidays. And my mama, shout out to this beautiful woman right here. She was in love with this man. You dig what I'm saying? She was in love with this man. I'm going to give you a hint. She was in love with her father, too. But what I mean by in love with this man, she was in love with another chocolate man, another dark-skinned man. Shout out to Barlow in the building. We're going to do it for this because this is a Christmas song, y'all. Fair YouTube usage. Can y'all vibe with me for a minute? Grown folks, can y'all vibe for me for just 1 second? Let's go. Shout out to Nat King Cole, y'all. Let's do this right. Let's go. Somebody other than me. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything that exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Yo, shout out to everybody in the building. If y'all can hear me crystal clear, do me a favor. Anybody except a dead body, put them dice cubes in the building. If I can get into this roll call for the people that decided to type first. Everybody that's coming in, make sure y'all hit that like button if you will. Make sure y'all share this live. Grown folks conversation. The place where the grown-ups hang out. You dig? We got a special guest in the building. Big Barlow is in the building. He's in the building. He's in the fucking building. Y'all know you know. If you don't, you ain't supposed to. Doo-doo heads. Dig on my sister, she's in the building. Seven said, Dice, I hear you crystal clear. Dog Soldier also said he hear me crystal clear. So let's get into this roll call. Can you dig it? We got the Russian princess. She was the first one to hit. She's the first one to hit. 7:56 p.m. Shout out to the Russian princess and Bori over there at the Ladies of I Talk. If y'all not subscribed, get over there. Grown folks content. Dog Soldier, a.k.a. Ghost Dog the Senator. He doing this thing for his other channel. Make sure y'all get up to this channel. We're going to get this one popping too. And I'm going to put my other channel back up. You dig? FTC Vice, my brother from another mother, is in the building. Y'all already know Barlow is in the building. You dig? Like he said, Nat King Cole, Big Blood Clyde tune. If you from Brooklyn, everybody know when it came to Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, it was a couple of songs that was played. Merry Christmas by the OJs. Christmas song by the Jackson 5. And that song right there by Mr. Nat King Cole. Rest in peace. We got my man Chief right here in the building. He said Elizabeth, New Jersey in the building. Salute, Dice. He said, Chad, I'm almost 30. I still celebrate Christmas. Is my homie. If he got any beef in the North Pole, I'm on the first one out there to get the regulating. We got the Sister 7 up in the building. Grown folks content. I keep telling y'all, we here. Fuck all that bullshit. I ain't get shit for Christmas. And I'm mad. I am fucking mad. I ain't get shit for Christmas. I ain't get shit for Christmas. That Cash App is popping. Them super chats is popping. And if y'all ain't even noticed, I got a banner now. I got a banner now. Shout out to my man, DS Ross, the boss. He told me to get it right. You dig what I'm saying? I got a banner now. I got a banner now. Brooklyn for life at the Cash App. PayPal, I'm on there too. Like the sign says, come in peace or leave in pieces. We will defend our peace in our home, inshallah. It's an open panel tonight. Open panel tonight. Dropping a link. Everybody can pull up. Intelligence over ignorance. You know we don't do the warness. See that wicked-ass Brooklyn veteran hat on. It's one of those days. Like I said, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I think it's for the kids. Matter of fact, I know it's for the kids. If you got to wait a year to give somebody you care about something, shame on you. Shame on you. Back to what I said. If you got to wait a whole year to give somebody you fucking with something, shame on you. I don't give out flowers. Cold-blooded fact. I've never been a fan of giving out flowers because they die. I'm giving you some game, fellas. Now, if you give out a rose, that rose is gonna die. But if you give your lady a plant, people don't even understand the mechanisms inside of a plant. Everything inside this earth that is alive, you're supposed to be in tune with. I know that may go over some people's heads. Plants are living creatures. Yeah, I may not understand what I'm saying. All right, cool. So I'm gonna give you a quick example. Do you notice if you feed a water plant vitamins, do you notice if you constantly water a plant, the plant gets bigger. It gets into a bigger size where you have to take it out of one pot into another pot, and then another pot, and then another pot. And if it gets to a size, quote unquote, you get to dig it up and put it in the ground. But pay attention to this. Let me give you some work right quick. If you do not feed that plant, if you do not give that plant the same thing we need, sunlight and oxygen. 22, I see you in the building. Happy holidays, beloved. You notice when people be watering their plants, my grandmother was a big fat plant person. She was into plants. That's a cold-blooded fact. She said, always have a fern plant. She was always saying the fern plants is for prayers. Down here in the South, she always had a money leaf plant or a money leaf tree. It's an old time shit I'm giving y'all. The old timers go pull a leaf off this thing called the money tree. And they put this leaf in their wallet. A lot of old timers, you may see your grandfather or your uncle or your great grandfather, and you go through his wallet, you see an old ass motherfucking leaf up in there, brittle, because that's a money leaf. It's a money leaf. You see what Stephen said? Plants are a living blessing. My grandmother used to sit up and talk to him and sing to her plants. We thought she was crazy. She even had things like, you see how y'all have eggs? How we crack our eggs? My grandmother used to say, don't throw them eggs in the garbage. If y'all know what I'm talking about, put some dice cubes in the chat. My grandmother said, do not throw them eggs in the garbage. My grandmother would take the eggs and put them in a jar. And she would fill a jar up with water. Cold-blooded fact, she would fill the jar up with water. And I used to be like, Grandma, why do you keep doing this? It smells so bad, it stinks. She said, what stinks to us is what makes these plants grow. This woman right here, she was in them plants. She was in them plants. You see, Seven said she know this shit. That's this old fool gangster shit. Because everything is supposed to be about life. Everything in this world is about life. Anything that's a living organism, like some people say, people got roaches in their house. People say people got roaches in their house. People say people got rats in their house. People got mice in their house. You see what dog said? Plant food. But you know what my grandfather used to say about people that had roaches in their house or maybe had varmints in their house? He used to be like, why would you want to kill them and you invited them in? Let me go back to this picture. Mean motherfucker here. He said, why would you want to kill the roaches and stuff and you invited them in? Meaning, if you don't keep a clean house, if you're not washing your dishes, if you're leaving garbage all over the house, if you're leaving food all over the house, you're leaving crumbs all over the house, you're not leaving crumbs all over the living room, you're leaving crumbs all in your bed, you're not cleaning up behind yourself, you are inviting pestilence into your home. So he said, why the fuck would you want to get rid of them? You invited them motherfuckers in there. Because roaches and stuff like that, they're just like human beings. If you got human beings that don't got nowhere to eat, and they know it's always food at your house for free, that motherfucker gonna be there, you heard me? We got Chilling with Love in the building. We got Chilling with Love in the BUILDING. Make sure y'all get over to our new channel and get her right. Seven say, yo, I'm a little tipsy, y'all. I got a little Hennessy right next to me, y'all. Got a little Hennessy right next to me because shout out to my company. They paid for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, right? But check this out. My ass got to go to work tomorrow. Cold-blooded facts. 4:45, my ass is getting up in the morning, bar, and I'm going to get to that bag. You heard me? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. That's a fact. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk about tonight on this Christmas day. How many people in here celebrate Christmas, number one? If you celebrate Christmas, put a 1. If you don't celebrate Christmas, put a 7. Before you answer that question, believing in Christmas and celebrating Christmas, it's two different things. Just like a lot of people believe in God. A lot of people believe in God. They're scared to death of the Most High, but they don't believe God. Chief said, I celebrate it. 7 said, I don't celebrate it. 22 said, I don't celebrate it. See, a lot of people don't understand what I was saying. Ghost said, I believe in Christmas. A lot of people understand that there's God. But do you believe God? Like, do you believe really God got you? Like, people scared of God because of certain things God can do. But then people forget all the things that God do and all the things that God has done. Everything that's written, God has created. We forget about you in them. You're in them scriptures too, beloveds. Barlow said, I already know that, Bar. Bar said, I don't celebrate it. But think about this. Celebrating and believing in it is two different things. Because you know we got them grandmothers, we got them aunts, we got them brothers, and we got them sisters that if you don't come through with something on Christmas, they're going to talk about you. They're going to talk about your ass. Don't let it be known that you got a good job. Don't let it be known that you're getting some money. You may be in the pharmaceutical distribution. You may be going to work. You may be doing overtime. You might be working 2 or 3 jobs. But don't let them people know that you got some money and you don't come there with no gift. Don't come over nobody's house thinking you're going to get you a plate and you ain't got no gift in your hand. Eric, salute. Sister 7 said, I believe in a higher power. See, that's the difference. She told you she believed. There's a difference. People know it's people fear God, but people don't really be believing. The reason why I say this is Christmas done rocked everybody. Everybody dead broke right now. Everybody dead broke right now. Some of y'all is going to pay half that car note. Some of y'all going to pay half that car note and then double up on the next payment. Anybody in here? Going to pay half the car note and double up on the next payment? I got some deep shit to show y'all, man. Because I want to ask y'all something. Nobody talked about this, but I'm going to talk about it. I tell you, this is grown folks conversation. Grown folks conversation. One of my most famous actors ever. One of my famous actors ever. Pay attention to what I'm saying first. One of my famous actors ever just did something. And after I go into this song by my man Zeddy Will, we're going to get into what he's talking about. Shout out to this young guy named Zeddy Will. Look like a little nerd and all that, but I kind of like this little guy's music. Fair YouTube usage. Let's go. Fair YouTube usage, y'all. Shout out to Zeddy Zell.
But mama a party girl, she just wanna have fun too. They say you ain't wifey type, but I don't care, I want you. She like to do drugs too, she in love with guns too. They say you too piped up, but I think that I love you.
I'm not trying to be nosy, let me know where you going tonight. Know you trying to have fun, but make sure we link by the end of the night. Don't be out with your friends, flirting with, you know it ain't right. Keep it real, you know it ain't right. When you be friendly, that shit get me tight. Never mind, it's okay, go and play with your life. I got that love how I talk on the mic. They be all in my comments and all of my likes. Okay, at the end of the day, baby girl, you're my wife. Okay, definition of baddie, you really my type. Now you getting drunk, calling me a man. Now you getting drunk, twerking with your friend. Now you getting drunk, grabbing on my pants. Now you getting drunk, calling me a man. Now you getting drunk, twerking with your friend. Now you getting drunk, grabbing on my pants. In them denim jeans, your booty look nice. When I seen your story, I had to look twice. Poured in your cup, Henny with the ice. Now you getting drunk, calling me a man. Now you getting drunk, twerking with your friend. Now you getting drunk, grabbing on my pants. Wasn't you a homebody? Now all of a sudden you always outside. Why's you wasting your time? Come be with me, girl, you know I don't mind.
What?
And you know that you fine. Flicks on your story, you post all the time. You a 10, that mean you a dime. So I'm on your body, I'm all on your spine. I'm not trying to be nosy, let me know where you going tonight.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? provides knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? I don't know if y'all know about this. Denzel Washington just became a minister. If y'all follow him, he got a little inspirational quote thing he got on YouTube. Dude got some very, very inspirational quotes. Real inspirational quotes. I don't know if y'all just seen him in the new movie Gladiator 2. Fire. Gladiator 2, fire. If you ain't see it, go check it out. It's a little long. In the beginning, it's a little up and down rocky roadie to make you think it's not going to be good. You got some stagnated moments, but you got to pay attention to the storyline. Very, very deep. Fire movie, Gladiator 2, with Denzel Washington in it. But check this out right quick, because I want to know if he acting. Is he doing this for a bag? Because you know the ministers don't have to pay no taxes. Them reverends and stuff don't have to pay no taxes. You do know that, right? Check this out right quick. How y'all feel about this? Let's go.
Just shy of his 70th birthday, if you can believe it, Denzel Washington has a new line to add to his already impressive resume. He was given a minister's license at a church ceremony in Harlem where he was also baptized. Dave Carlin reports on this milestone for a beloved actor.
There is fame and there is faith. And Denzel Washington has an abundance of both. An emotional moment for the 69-year-old star as he received a minister's license Saturday at the Kelly Temple Church of God in Christ.
It took a while, but I'm here.
Video and photos shared by the church. In his remarks, Washington remembered a prediction made about him when he was just 20 years old.
Miss Ruth Green was known to have the gift of prophecy. Some of you may have heard this story. And she prophesied. She said, boy, you are going to travel the world and preach to millions of people. If he can do this for me. There's nothing he can't do for you, right?
It's a positive action that he's taking, and that's his personal choice, and I support it.
He's like a brother to me.
Church deacon Arthur Dean told us he is proud.
He was a little boy when he was here, and he stayed here. This is home to him.
Washington is coming off a press tour for his movie Gladiator.
How y'all feel about that? Everybody in there, how y'all feel about that? Y'all think he really sincere about being a minister? Or is it just about the bag? Because he's a hell of an actor, y'all. And ironically, right after they talked about him being baptized, you notice how they threw out there, everybody's paying attention to the role he played in Gladiator 2. If you didn't see the movie, I'm not going to tell the movie, but he was a very, very powerful and manipulative man. And it was even easy for him to convince the masses to follow his plans. He always said in the movie that he had a bigger plan. But I want to know something, like, is it a bigger plan, a joke, or is it really a bigger plan?
Gladiator 2. And he'll star on Broadway in Othello early in the new year. The Washington Shakespeare Revival here at the Barrymore Theater. Performances begin February 24th. And now Washington's influence grows, fanning out from the theater district and movie screens uptown and beyond.
When you become a minister, you have words for the public, words for everybody. You know how to reach out to people. Even more than being in Hollywood.
The Oscar and Tony-winning actor told the congregation, anything and everything he can do, he will do for God. In Harlem, Dave Carlin, CBS News, New York.
Dog say he believe him. I believe him too. Tell you the truth, believe it or not. I believe him because of the inspirational quotes he be leaving on YouTube. Like he be dropping some real jewels. Like he'll drop something, and I don't know if it's just me. It seemed like it'd come through my feed when certain things I be thinking about is running through my mind. And it's like it's some reminder from somebody from the Most High. I see it like Seven said, I believe in God and I believe God also. The link is dropped if anybody want to pull up. I got to go to work tomorrow.
I just pulled up to go live. Made sure I came up and wished everybody a formal happy holidays and all that. Because I know one thing. For all the people that's partying tonight, y'all got to go to work tomorrow. He said, I don't know if I knew him personally, I could say something if it's fraudulent. God will punish him slowly and severely for using the claw for power. And that's a cold-blooded fact. That's why I tell people don't play with God. But you know what? Appreciate you, 20. He said, you earn my respect. And that's all I ask for. Say the truth, because I give it out too much. That's all I ask for. But then again, you got to think about where we at though. This is a gladiator dome itself, all in one. This is a gladiator dome, all in self. If you really want to look at it, this is a gladiator dome. YouTube is a gladiator dome because what I want to speak about, I feel as though is important. What Dog want to speak about, he feel as though important. What Hank McCoy want to speak about, he feel as though is important. What 22 Ronin want to speak about, he feels as though important. What China speak about, he feels as though important. Harlem's, the John Lake, it's so many things that people feel of importance, but then we got to think about it. A lot of people, they say, if you don't pay attention, you'll never get the grasp of the information. It's the three things to the most that you should be fixated on and focused on. Three things to the most. It could be one goal you have. It could be two goals you have. But if you have more than three goals, that should have split your fucking brain. It'll split your brain. Now, when it comes to this YouTube shit, we're going into a new year. And it's already cooking for the wars that's coming into the new year. I pray for everybody to leave that shit alone because me personally, once again, I've said it continuously, the wars on YouTube are coming from people that once were associates. That were associated by the fame of YouTube. People may not look at it like that. But it's some people that really, when they click that screen on YouTube, every day they click that screen on YouTube, they're saying, yo, I know today somebody is going to hit me up in the background on my DM and offer me a deal. This right here, this YouTube shit is going to be my Christmas present to take me away from my problems. And that's what's driving people crazy. That's really what the anger is coming from. YouTube is making some people forget about their everyday passage because of what they're trying to accomplish on YouTube. I think if you just come on YouTube like yesterday, we did a show on Fat Joe. We did a show on the word nigger, on how as black people, shout out to China Brim, came in and told everybody, he said, from a word that was made originally to be offensive to us, we finagled it, and now we induced it into our vocabulary where it's a normal to be like, yo, that's my nigga. Some people say it's a derogatory form if you're saying nigger. Like if you're saying it like, well, he's a scum of the earth, or he's black, he isn't shit. But they also have agreed that it could be used as my nigga. Not nigger, nigga, N-I-G-G-A, like my friend, my compadre, my comrade. The word is fucked up in all in actuality. The word is fucked up. But the show that I did on Fat Joe, I recognize so many people watched that show and left comments on it. And the reason why I think that, this is just my opinion, is because in Brooklyn or in New York or in certain cities, it's a melting pot. It's a melting pot. You might see Spanish dude and a black dude as best friends. You might see a black dude and a Russian as best friends. You might see a Spanish dude and a West Indian person as best friends, and so forth, so forth. City boy, I see you. Happy holidays. You'll see that shit as a normal. But then we got to think about it. The reason why in our hoods it's no racism pertaining to that shit is overall is because we all in the same motherfucking fucked up predicament. Now, how can I feel as though I'm better than you? Even though some people got that in their mind. How can I feel as though I'm better than you and we live in the same project building? Poor son, salute. Happy holidays. I don't care if your building got brand new mirrors or brand new windows or brand new plumbing. How can I be better than you and we live in the same projects? Think about that. So as I say that, I say this. YouTube got people thinking that if they get on their platforms and do some of the most outlandish things, they're going to get that deal. Because some people love controversy itself. Hey, Miss Pam, happy holidays. I thought about that. If I'd have stayed on YouTube, it's a lot of people that was here that was with it. If I'd have stayed on YouTube with the same energy, just every time my name is said, I just do a live and just, I probably would have like 20,000 subscribers. But in them 20,000 subscribers, right? This is just my analogy of it. How many of them have a brain? How many of them have a brain? Now, if it took 2,071 people to say now they subscribe to me, shout out to everybody that subscribes. Everybody. Shout out to all my members. Shout out to everybody that contribute just by giving you some of your time. But 2,071 people, I got a higher percentage of some people with some good sense. Because over here, we try to do it on a respectful mannerism. Unfortunately, the beginning of YouTube, some people get on here and say, well, you know what? I'm going to say certain things to make my name pop. Then some people get up here and say, well, I'm going to defend my name. Then some people get up here and say, well, fuck it. I'm going to talk about the people that are defending their name. And then I'm going to talk about the person that made it pop. And then some people will talk about how they did a reaction video, and it goes on and on and on. Overlooking the fact that it's a misunderstanding. We got our women killing each other on YouTube. Killing each other over a misunderstanding. Over a misunderstanding. And unfortunately, the same people that love to see drama are in these chats. Shout out to Tube Chronicles for giving me the best advice ever when he said, make sure your chat is grown. There's certain people that I had to block. There's some people are going to allow them to be in their chat, and I got to respect that. But I'm not going to allow them to be over here because I've gave certain people ample opportunities to be in the chat and act like an adult. But the minute they hear something or the minute they assume something, the trolling comes out. I don't knock nobody that's in the trolling. It just kind of fucks with my stomach. Especially when it's like homosexual type talk, degrading type talk, and dudes talking about they wanting to be around men and all that type shit. Nah, that shit kind of takes away from the show. But we got a new year coming up. And like I said, there's some great minds on YouTube, man. Shout out to Dog Soldier, man. I'm telling y'all, there's some great minds on YouTube. Shout out to Hank McCoy. I'm trying to get FTC Vice to stop playing because he got some real serious music. And he got a mind. You know, grown folk shit. No arguing. No dis. Anybody that know how FTC rock in the chat, that's just how he is in real life. The dude to sit up and laugh at some funny shit like I'll laugh. Sometimes we be watching shows, y'all. This is the truth. We be watching shows and just be laughing. Because some of the shows is amusing. But when it gets to the fact people's walking around in neighborhoods and, oh, I want to be here and I see you, and no, I can't stay tuned in and stuff like that. Because God forbid, something's bad is gonna happen. I remember it was an incident with a young man, may he rest in peace, in California. He was in a guy's neighborhood by his mural. It's on YouTube. He was in a guy's neighborhood by his mural, and he was just going off crazy, like you know, they lingo out there in California, but you could tell it was disrespectful from the way the quotations and everything was coming out. And then seconds later, you just heard a barrage of bullets. You just heard a barrage of bullets. And then you see these bullets hitting this young man, popping him like, you see him like, it's so many bullets hitting him, it's like he dancing in a chair. Like he's dancing in a chair, may he rest in peace. And then I rewinded the show, because if you go seconds before, I think if that young man would have knew how offended and how offensive trolling someone that passed away and then trolling someone that passed away in front of their mural, I think if he knew what that was going to lead up to, y'all, he would not have done it. He would have not have done it. The reason why he was doing it is because he was on Instagram talking to the world about where he be at. I seen his whole demeanor change. I seen him go from super aggressive, tough, killer, want to hurt everybody. But unfortunately, after he was shot, he was still alive. And he was still trying to get the people to get an ambulance to his location. It went from aggressive to a look of warriation. That's another reason why I stay away from the trolling. Because if two people are ranking on each other, they have a show. Two people are ranking on each other. All right, cool. But when two people start talking about personal and intricate things of people's life, their families, this right here, in my opinion, y'all, it ignites a different anger. So I think if people can get to eliminating the trolling pertaining to the doxing, if we can just get that doxing thing totally out of what people are so interested in, if we can get the doxing thing out, like you said, and leave the kids alone, you know what I'm saying? Leave the wives alone. Leave the women alone. If it got to be two bulls bumping their head on YouTube, fuck it. That's amusing, because that's two bulls bumping their head. But when people start involving children, spouses, parents, nah, we got to stop. As some people, as I know, it's some really interesting things we watch, but we got to stop really supporting that shit, y'all, on some real shit, especially adults. See, it's a bunch of children that are behind these avatars too. I'm talking to the adults, because the children are watching how the adults are carrying themselves on YouTube, and actually they're emulating us. So we screaming out, they're going to be typing out, And then when they get their chance to get on YouTube, this is what they think they're supposed to come through. They're supposed to come up with this aggression and this character of disrespect for people to appreciate you. And I'm here to prove it. That shit is bullshit. Yeah, when I wanted to do the respectable rebuttals, it'll be packed up in here. Everybody cheering along like some scene from the Gladiators. But for what? Number one, people just say things to each other for what reason, I don't know. Ain't nobody really that ignorant, I think, to really just be up here saying, well, you know what, I'm going to kill you when I see you, and then get in the road and be like, you know what, and then go to the neighborhood and then kill the person. You're going to jail. And if you do some dumb shit like that, you need to go to jail for a long time. They need to put you somewhere where you're not even going to be around any type of human beings again. Because this YouTube shit, should be used for different things. There's people out here that got great music. There's people out here that know how to do certain things. Like I said, I'm trying to get the fuck away from this shit, because if you can tell me that there are people up here on YouTube watching people, it's 1,700, 1,800 people in the chat, and it's dudes in the woods. It's dudes in the woods hunting turkey and shit like that. These niggas got 387,000 subscribers and all that. I would never even hear these people raise their voice. Like I told you, it's a little dude with cerebral palsy. He's a cook. He just got 1 million subscribers, being himself. And then I noticed that the parents that I see that have their children on YouTube, I'm telling y'all, there's some real great shows on YouTube. And some of them is coming from across seas. Like, it's a lot of shows coming from Japan. It's a lot of shows coming from Jamaica. They got this game in Japan. I don't know if y'all ever saw it. If it comes up in your feed, it's like a board with a bunch of colored balls, and they be scrambled. And they got the Japanese people. It's like whoever. It's like a fun thing. It's like whoever clears it first, where all the balls are lined up in the same color simultaneously, they win the game. These people got 2,700, 3,000 people in the chat. I thought about something a long time ago. I can't remember who said that shit. Somebody said that the reason why we don't go nowhere in this sector is because it's the shared interests of the same people. Miss Pam said, I saw that. Yeah, Miss Pam, it's like, I want to know what the fuck that game is called. Now, you mean to tell me, Miss Pam, 500 and 600 people can be up on YouTube watching you. You're not even talking. They're not even talking. They just... And then they look at each other and go, hi. If it's about a bag, it's supposed to be about being up here doing something that's interesting and standing out. Because I'm trying to tell you, I've seen some things that people laugh at. It's one lady straight up talk about God. This woman is anointed. I'm talking about, I cannot remember her name, but let me tell you how powerful this lady is. One day I'm watching her show. It's 385 people in her show. Right? And she got it on members only. So, you know me, I try to, go see what the little membership was. A little membership, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm going to see a little $2.99, a little $3.99 or some shit like that. Her lowest membership was $59.99. All the way up to $500. Because you get like a funny little star. So I'm looking at this lady's chat. And it's a lot of them $500 members in there. She not cursing. And she telling you, if you're not a member, you can't even participate in her chat. Is you hearing what I'm saying? You can't even type in her chat. These is facts, Miss Pam. It's a black lady. She's straight from God. Brown skin lady. Listen to me. If you aren't a member, you can't type in her chat when she go live. And you know how sometimes we see these chats where you might see 1,400, 1,500 people in the chat, but you really don't see it moving too fast. I'm talking about her shit is moving like a typewriter. So these aren't the same people. She talking about God. And she always talk about what God did for her. She shows how when she first came to YouTube and how she was going through things in her life to where she is now, and she never switched up her message. And this is the part that was real deep. She said it took 7 years. That's my favorite number ever. She said it took 7 years and then it just took off. She said she had to keep the faith. She said there was other people that was telling her what she should be talking about, what she should be doing. She was saying that people was telling her her channel was boring. These are facts, Miss Pam. The lady said they was telling her friends, these are people that she said she thought was friends, was telling her, yo, girl, if you start talking about this, they'll be coming. They'll be coming. And the bug part about it is, if you see her super chat rotation when she live, now pay attention, everybody that's typing in the chat is members. The lowest membership is $49.99, $50, the lowest, all the way up to $500. Now pay attention to this. And they super chatting her crazy. I ain't never heard a curse. I've never seen her up here in no outfit like somebody would be going to the club. And I was mad. Like, her story is so deep. Like, I almost got that $50 membership. Like, to just type in her chat, talk. Like, it's like the only thing I wanted to say in her chat was talk. So everybody they got your little channels, ain't nothing more important than God. It's a new year coming up. I got some new things coming up. I'm trying to do a little couples therapy. I'm trying to do a little couples therapy. I'm trying to get some volunteers. And I got a couple of friends that I was talking to out here that want to pull up on a show. But certain people be coming to me for certain things. I don't know why God just be sending certain people to me for certain things. Maybe because of what I've been through. And I know the outcome from doing dumb shit. Now, I can tell you that. Now, I can tell you the outcome of doing some dumb shit. So if I'm so on point of the outcome of doing dumb shit, the opposite has to be rewarding. That's the only way I can explain it. I know the outcome from doing the dumb shit. I know that. So many scenarios, I know that outcome. So the rewarding outcome is to do opposite. That it don't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. So I'm gonna ask a couple of couples to come up here. They feel as though they might not be able to talk to each other. They keep talking at each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start doing some dating game things up here too. You know, something to really, really get grown folks interested and stimulated. I'm trying to really get away from the craziness, you know? You know? And some of the people from YouTube, some of the couples from YouTube, if you are a couple, or if you want to pull up and you trust my input on certain things, and you want to come up and talk about it and have a grown conversation, we can. Facts. Q, I see you in the building. Shout out to Q. I passed through Pre earlier at Queens Bitch Chronicles. She said, that's my sister. We got the same last name. Shout out to Q. Happy holidays to you. Hope you and your family having a great one. That's a fact, Miss Pam. I got a bunch of grown folks shows. I got some more conversations, not no interviews. I don't want to interview people. Shout out to Pre. She gets some time now. Everything going right with her choppers. You got to go see it. She got the fresh new choppers. She gonna bless the stage too. Shout out to Sim Sim, my homegirl from Portmore, Jamaica. She talking about coming up and blessing the stage. We're going to talk about certain things pertaining to the struggle and everything in Jamaica. I got a couple of homegirls that unfortunately lost their children to gun violence. They've been watching the shows, and they told me that it's not a set date, but I got a couple of people that said they just to keep me in their prayers, because they said that they think certain things that happened pertaining to gun violence should be shared with people. And I told them, you know, as long as I'm alive, as long as I got a platform, certain things I'm going to encourage. Because, you know, that's another thing that's overlooked. You know, the pain that's left on the parents after, unfortunately, these children are being unalived due to gun violence. We're not supposed to, first of all, our parents are not supposed to bury us. We're supposed to bury our parents. You know, and then that's another thing I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get some young boys I'm trying to get some of my cousins and their friends to come up on the show. So when they start popping up, I want y'all to give them a warm welcome, because I'm trying to get them back focused on like just being men. Like, it's a certain situation I'm pertaining to right now. If you pay attention to all the indictments that's going on pertaining to gang activity, I'm not throwing no shots at nobody. I'm just saying that they are setting up more and more laws now that are taking our kids away from us. I just did a show yesterday pertaining to a man that did 30 years for a murder that he didn't do, for a murder that he did not do. And he can't even adjust to freedom. So I think if we start getting some of the, that's one of my missions for the new year too, to start being more advocate to the kids. Like, I want some of them young boys up on this stage, and I got a few of them lined up that's ready to come up here and tell their stories. And then maybe with some help from the people in the chat and myself, we can direct them to a different life, like a different, like maybe a positive life. Well, shout out to everybody for pulling up tonight. You know your boy got to go to work tomorrow. Said I was going to give y'all a little light hour. I got to go in there tomorrow and do that thing. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If y'all ain't got to go to work tomorrow, party for me. If y'all are partying tonight, do me a favor, drive safely. What I mean is, don't drink and drive. Get you an Uber. Get a designated driver. And then again, if you got to go to work, it's 9 o'clock. Your ass should be in the motherfucking house. So all them young boys, your ass should be in the house too. Another day alive, another day free, y'all. Salute.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free.